NFL free agents can start negotiating with teams on Monday and they can sign with teams when the 2019 league year opens on Wednesday. Who are some names to keep an eye on in NFL free agency early next week? The Big Lead's Bobby Burack and Touchdown Wire's Doug Farrar break down some of the key free agents in 2019 NFL free agency. Players listed in alphabetical order. Kwon Alexander, LB coming off an ACL tear will likely hurt his value some. But it did happen in October, so a return to form by mid-season is in play as well as being ready to play by the start of the season. He wants to stay with the Bucs and doesn't care if he has to transition to a 3-4 defense. Adrian Amos Jr., an excellent cover safety with equal facility against the run. Amos thrived in Vic Fangio's Bears defense. Ezekiel Ansah, another player with a concerning injury history. Ansah's interest will be intriguing next week because of just that. His speedy should give him some options at a decent price. Anthony Barr, LB Bears' talent is undeniable and does a multitude of things well as a linebacker. He would be a fit anywhere and is one of the safest free agent bets. Shaquille Barrett, LB Barrett has the ability to bring pressure with everything from an inside counter to a bull rush and was an underrated talent during his time in Denver. What will Le'Veon Bell get in NFL free agency? Photo, Charles Leclerc. USA Today Sports. When last seen at the end of the 2017 season, Le'Veon Bell was one of the most effective players in the NFL. A running back that is an excellent pass catcher is immensely valuable to NFL teams in 2019. Some agent rust concerns come with Bell, but he should have no shortage of options. Teddy Bridgewater, QB's slender frame and knee injury that cost him multiple seasons is and has been an alarming concern. But Teddy Bridgewater is the second best quarterback on the market and has value as a bridge quarterback for a team like the Redskins. When he played all 16 games in 2015, he was lackluster with just 14 touchdowns. Are you a sports fan? Stay in the know. Subscribe to AsCentral.com today. Trent Brown, the other top former Patriot on the market is Trent Brown. He also is the best free agent offensive lineman and better than what most teams have at the position. Any team in the process of rebuilding their offensive line will be an option for Brown. Bryce Callahan, CB Callahan has been one of the most adept slot cornerbacks of his era. One of the most consistent cornerbacks at any position, Callahan is particularly good at adjusting to two-way goes and option routes. Clinton Dix, former Packer, who was traded to Washington mid-season, has struggled with consistency at times, does have legitimate playmaking ability. Which team will sign Tevin Coleman in NFL free agency? Photo, Jason Gets USA Today Sports. Tevin Coleman, RB. With Tevin Coleman, you are getting an explosive running back without much wear and tear. It remains to be seen what type of impact he could have running the ball with 200 attempts, though. Tampa Bay makes the most sense. Landon Collins, just 25 years old, Landon Collins comes with major upside at the safety position. A team like the Packers could really benefit from adding Collins, who should have several bidders. The Giants may easily regret not using the franchise tag on Collins come mid-season. Ronald Darby, CB Darby has had injury issues, but when he's healthy, he can be one of the league's better cover cornerbacks. Trey Flowers, it is always a risk bringing in a player that is used to Bill Belichick's defense. With that said, Flowers has the skill set that projects to be a major upgrade on the edges for most of the teams in need. Nick Foles, one player on the market can have the impact on a team that Nick Foles can. The former Super Bowl MVP is an above-average starter on the right team with the right coach. All eyes point to Foles as the next quarterback of the Jaguars. January 6, 2019, Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Nick Foles, 9, throws a pass against the Chicago Bears in the first half of a NFC wildcard playoff football game at Soldier Field. Photo, Mike DeNovo, USA Today Sports. Dante Fowler Jr. Fowler raised his stock with the Rams last season. Not a ton of potential comes with him at this point, but if a team is looking for a solid pass rusher, here's one here with Farrar. Devin Funchess. Funchess did not have a great year but will still have options. He is a tall receiver that needs a fresh start from the up-and-down Cam Newton. Jawan James, a ton of the most underrated free agents in Jawan James. He is an above-average right tackle, which really is all he needs to sell teams on. There will be a market for James. LaMarcus Joyner. Joyner wasn't as effective in 2018 as he was the year before, but he allowed 2 touchdowns on 26 targets in 684 coverage snaps. Joyner can play deep credibly, but he's even better as an intermediate pass defender who can also clean up run plays. Tyrann Mathieu. DB Mathieu has played everywhere from outside cornerback to slot defender to deep safety. Mathieu isn't quite the defender he once was, and he still gambles too often, but he would provide experience and athleticism to a team. Cardinals fans are very familiar with Tyrann Mathieu. Photo, Michael Chow. As Central Sports, Mitch Morse. See, most won't react when he gets signed and most won't notice his impact. But the free agent center will be having an impact somewhere in 2019. As Pro Football Focus points out, the pass-protecting center does struggle with run blocking. CJ Mosley. LB Mosley is a reliable linebacker who can be a steal if signed at the right value. He would provide a boost to the middle of any team's defense. The Ravens will take a hit if he does not return. Matt Parody. See, Parody lost half his 2018 season to a foot injury, but when healthy, he's an excellent center for both pass and run blocking. In over 4,000 NFL snaps, Parody has allowed just 6 sacks, which is even more remarkable when you consider Denver's quarterback rotation through most of that time. Sheldon Richardson. DETIT was beginning to look like Richardson's best years were behind him. He rebounded in 2018 and increased his stock. At 28 years old, a 4th NFL team could be in his future. Roger Saffold. Saffold has become a top-level player in Sean McVay's offense. He allowed 3 sacks and 29 total pressures in 1,277 snaps last season, and though he has his ups and downs as a run blocker, he's fine there too when he keeps his technique together. Ndamukong Suh, 93, can still dominate. Which team will sign him in NFL free agency? Photo, Gary A. Vasquez. Gary A. Vasquez. USA Today Sports. Ndamukong Suh. D-lover. The last few years, Suh has become a reliable and versatile defensive lineman. He's developed his run defense admirably, and in Wade Phillips' defense last season, he put up 58 total pressures while playing everywhere from nose tackle to big end. Golden Tate. WR. Through his recent seasons in Detroit and Philly, Tate has been a remarkably productive and consistent receiver both outside and in the slot. Earl Thomas. With Earl Thomas, you are getting a terrifying injury history, but also a player not far removed from playing safety at one of the highest levels it had ever been played at. Thomas' subjective risk-reward will determine his value on the market. Weddle is still playing at a high level at age 34. A good locker room guy that would be beneficial to really any team. The ideal situation is with a team in title contention that is inexperienced in the secondary. Thank you. You're almost signed up for sports breaking news. Keep an eye out for an email to confirm your newsletter registration. More newsletters. Tyrell Williams. WRTHE. Long speedster is not a matchup teams get excited to defend. While he will never be a top-notch receiver, he is a big play waiting to happen. That is something there will never be too many of. Highest paid NFL players. Bobby Burack of USA Today Sports. The big lead and Doug Farrar of USA Today Sports Touchdown Wire contributed to this story. NFL's highest paid players.